All right, so carrying on with the theme of Apple being all over the place with software updates and really falling behind on the betas, Apple surprised us today and did drop not only iOS, iPadOS, and watchOS now 26.3 beta 3, but earlier in the day they released 26.2.1 stable build for the general public. But now, like I said, they dropped 3 hours later the third beta of 26.3. I'm more excited to get through this beta cycle and onto iOS 26.4 because I finally actually do think, thanks to the new Gemini integrations, this baby might actually be helpful again and useful. Now, having said that, we did just install watchOS 26.3 beta 3 on our Ultra 3, and I have a couple things I want to talk about, but let's start with what's new. And honestly, as expected, this is going to simply be a refinement update. One thing I do want to talk about before we even jump any further in it, since we're talking about what's new and what's not, I am surprised after they released the new Unity watch band today, they didn't include the new Unity watch face. Traditionally, this is around this time frame when we get it, but now this kind of leads more credence to the fact that it will be included in 26.4, and since Black History Month is only a week away, that leads me to hope that this will be released in the next week and a half, 2 weeks or so, to take advantage of the watch band and the new watch face that typically comes in Black Friday, or excuse me, for the February timeframe for Black History Month. So again, not in this build in case you were wondering. Having said that, if we actually get our watch and jump into settings, general, and about, let's first take a look at the build number. This did come in at a little over 1 gig in download size. So here's general, about, and one thing that this is actually an improvement over watchOS, or excuse me, iPadOS and iOS, is this is actually a C build as opposed to D builds. So we have 23S5611C. That is telling that this is closer to release than what iOS and iPadOS apparently have. However, I still do believe they will all come out in the same time frame. Now, like I said, Apple didn't introduce any major new watch faces or features in beta 3, but it does include some system level bug fixes. I have seen improved stabilization and animation smoothness, and hopefully better reliability with notifications, because that is something I was still experiencing intermittently from my iPhone to my Apple Watch. Sometimes I would get either a notification significantly ahead on the watch or iPhone before the other one took effect. So hopefully that will improve here with beta 3. And then obviously we still have ongoing optimization for background processes. I had have some issues with beta 2 with that, but now it seems to be a little better. As far as beta 2 too, some users were also reporting more consistent raise to wake behaviors. There was an issue where it wasn't waking consistently, but I was noticing when I was playing with it, and I'll just go down to launch it and hopefully it'll kick off. You can see now it's working much more consistently. I was having issues where I would have to kind of shake it and move my wrist around to get the watch face to come on, but that hasn't been the case yet quickly in my testing with beta 3. The app launcher did feel a little quicker, and scrolling, as you saw, was a little smoother as well. You can see it right here. No hiccups, no delays. It has been very fluid. And then our favorite friend, you know who, I'm not even going to say their name, that's going to get updated. That will hopefully finally see some updates in watchOS 26.4. Hopefully the symbol goes away. Hopefully we get a whole revamp, I don't want to say it again to activate everyone's devices, but burn it all down, needless to say. If you've followed the channel for a while, you know I've been a huge advocate for getting some new Apple Intelligence or Siri features on watchOS. Hopefully that is in the pipeline. Again, nothing part of beta 3 here, but for the .4 releases, we should be able to see it. One other thing that I do want to talk about is battery life, and I am hoping this is more stable, because as I preached battery life being improved from my beta 2 video, I have been randomly greeted with horrible charging speeds and intermittent battery life where it would just significantly drain quicker than you would expect or think it should. Hopefully that's fixed here. Again, beta 4 should be on the horizon and we should be okay. Hopefully we don't see any more third-party apps that are going to crash or fail, where I have seen with even just a weather app, especially with all the weather going on in the US right now, The weather app would just slow to load or never load up unless you exited out and went back. Hopefully that's fixed here. But really, I guess the ultimate final question is, should you install it? If you're on the prior betas, yes, 100%, I would recommend you going ahead and installing beta 3. But if not, stick to 26.2.1 for now, that just got released, and wait for beta 1 of 26.4. I think that's the safer bet. But anyways, my opinion again, let me know what you think. Are you excited for Gemini taking over Siri's backend for the .4 release and then 27 for iOS and iOS? Excuse me, I can't even talk today. I'm so excited about iOS 26.4 coming. That's all I'm thinking about. But for watchOS 26.4 and iOS 27, iPadOS, iPhone OS 27, that's where the other new series coming from, like I like to call it. So let me know in the comments below. How are you feeling about this? How's the betas for 26.3 been? And we will catch you in the next one. Peace.